And congratulations. It was a wonderful, wonderful entry, and I really enjoyed reading your story. It's a great one. You're one of the few women that drive these enormous drag lines. Whatever made you want to do that?
I'm not really sure about that, but I think it's just always the fact that there's always something better to move on to. I was always I only did a short amount of time on a truck, and I could already drive a dozer before I came into the mining industry. So pretty soon I went on to a digger. That was what I was aiming at while I was contracting, and I did that. And then one thing led to another. I got a job with BHP, and I ended up at Saraji, and just when they offered some VRs and a few of the older guys left the dragline crew, an opportunity came up, and I was like, that's the next best thing. And I'd been watching them for quite a while, and doing a bit of dozer work for them and stuff. So it was, I was took that opportunity and just went with it. Yeah.
And just stepping back a bit, your passion for horses led you to become a fully qualified equine dentist.
Yeah, horse dentist.
Yes,
yeah.
So, and you did that for a couple of years. So what made you want to leave that and go back into operating large equipment on mine sites?
Well, I kind of did the horse dentistry at the same time because we do even time roster. So I actually worked in mining, and then on days off I went and I was doing horse dentistry and stuff like that. So yeah, I was kind of doing the two at one time.
And what's the story with horses? How do they manage to floss?
No, they don't floss at all. They actually have different kind of teeth to us, and their teeth need filing and shaping and rebalancing and stuff. So yeah.
Just excuse my sense of humour there. Now, awards such as these, what do you think is the importance of them? Are they still relevant in 2016?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's really good that with these awards, people have a criteria thing that they follow, and there's a little write-up people do, and so there's a bit of a background story, and not just, there's a lot of interesting women and a lot of people with a good background here, and people learn from other people. I've seen Karen here, and I haven't seen her for a couple of years. Her and I worked together at Ensham for HSC, and she's still with HSC now. And I taught her how to drive a digger, and she taught me how to drive a grader. So I was really, I was happy to see her here. It was good. What sorts of changes have you seen in the culture in the mining industry since you've been in there, as far as men and women interacting is concerned? When I first started, there wasn't very many women at all, so it was a big, and they were a bit standoffish, and if they weren't standoffish, then they were very rude and mean and could be quite nasty. I copped a lot when I was on a dozer and stuff like that, and that was from my immediate supervisor too. I copped a lot there, but in the end, I outlasted him. So yeah, it's changed a lot. Things are a lot more respectful now, and it's really been pushed by higher management, whereas before it wasn't. And there's a lot more equality in there now, whereas before it was just okay, you're a woman, you're on a truck. My supervisor used to say to me, women don't belong in mining, let alone on anything else but a truck.
So you've certainly proven them wrong.
Yeah.
And what's your advice to other women either considering mining as a career or already in the mining industry?
I've never accepted being mediocre. If I was on a digger, I wanted to have the best dig rates. If I was on the dozer, I wanted the best dump or the best floor, the best dozer work all around. And I think that's what helped me push and push and push, and then that's what gets you recognised. And I think too, being a woman, you have to do everything twice as well to be considered half as good. So yeah,
I think that's true, not just in mining as well. So we've a long way to go. Obviously, you'd like to see more women in your trade, your profession.
Yeah, that would be good. But I do think they do need to pick the right kinds of ones. It is a pretty hard, physically hard job, and that kind of thing. And the guys are really adamant that you can mix it and match it with them in that. So yeah, and that's fair enough too.
So how will you be using this award, say, over the next 12 months and even beyond that to promote diversity in the resources sector?
Well, I've got a couple of girls on pre-strip that like, because I don't have a lot to do with pre-strip work-wise, but I see them in the camp and stuff, and I've become good friends with them. Since I've been on the dragline, they're like, oh my gosh, how did you start on the dozer? And one girl, Freddie, she's like on the dozer, she's been training on the dozer now, and Cass, she's like next to line up for that, and I've just been like pushing them. And then every time like something comes out with for women in mining, like this competition, my supervisor actually helped get Freddie on for the day, and her and I went and wrote our thing together and went and did our videos together and stuff like that. So I've really sort of helped them in the path to follow to push, because even though they've asked, they've just been like, okay, yes, no worries, just to, you know, keep them quiet sort of thing. And I'm like, no, keep on asking every day. And then as soon as it rains, use that opportunity to get out on the dozer, because the dozers normally run in the rain and stuff if there's cleanup gear. So I'm like, use that opportunity and hound them to go and start training. Even if you have to get out in the rain when everybody else is parked up, take it and go, yeah. And I'd always try to push them along a little bit, but there's been a few girls trained now, so that's really good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marianne.